It was 5 days after New Year's before we got the fireworks, but the Century Tournament of Champions was a great way to usher in 2020, thanks in part to the man who has kept the lights on in golf all winter, Patrick Reed. The finish at Kapalua augurs much for the year ahead. We have Justin Thomas inserting himself forcefully into any discussion about who the best player in the world is. Guys like Xander Schauffele, Patrick Cantlay and Ricky Fowler are showing early form, but more than any of that, last week was probably a fair indication of how Reed's year will go too. He's likely to play well enough to put himself in contention often, and when he gets there, the noise around him, whether on social media or among vocal spectators in the stands, will still echo what happened in the Bahamas last month. That's why we heard a fan yell cheater during the playoff. Chris DeMarco, a multiple winner on tour, joined the C-word chorus on Twitter. That's a real sign of how deep the discontent goes in golf. It's just as well for Reed that he can summon the same single-minded disregard for public opinion as he did for the rules of the hero. The gauntlet won't end here. He has played the Waste Management Phoenix Open more often than not during his career. Will he show up there in a couple of weeks in front of the most ill-behaved gallery on tour? Later this summer there's the US Open in New York, which isn't usually a crowd known for its niceties. Winged Foot ain't Bethpage Black for sure, but it's not Augusta National either. Farther down the road it's a Ryder Cup year. Reed's Captain America mask has slipped some, and it's far from clear that even a home crowd won't feature voices raised against him. None of this is great for Patrick Reed's reputation, but that's a matter for Patrick Reed, and he doesn't seem to care much. You can bet the PGA Tour cares, having spent decades carefully tending its clean image. But as long as fans don't try to affect the outcome of play when Reed is in contention, then the Tour probably shouldn't worry too much. Golf fans, like fans in any sport, need someone to root against. It's the lifeblood of sport, the hope that others lose and lose painfully. Heck, it's even evident in casual weekly games at courses around the country. No one says it's noble or admirable, but that is the reality of sport, and it's now the reality of golf too.